You should have just left me.
Welcome back, everyone. Today we'll recap a 2020 Russian horror film named The Widow. Before we start, it is a request to please like and comment on the video as it will help us to grow our reach. At the movie's beginning, we are told that this film is a reconstruction of real events witnessed by locals. Each year, more than 300 people disappear into the forest near St. Petersburg. Some bodies have been found completely naked without any sign of violent death. The locals believe that people have been taken by a lost soul, and they call her the Lame Widow. Next, we see a rescue team in a forest who are doing their training there. They are accompanied by a reporter named Christina who is recording their session. Their team leader Andrei tells her some rules and regulations and the process of their work. Then they are on their way back after training when Andrei receives a call from their headquarters and is told that a 14-year-old boy has gone missing in the forest near their location. He and his little brother wandered into the forest. The little brother returned alone and is shocked and unable to tell what happened there. They are sending another group, but they are hours away. Till then they search for that child. Then the team reaches the location where those brothers were last seen in the forest. Those children had come from the villages near the river, 15 kilometers away. Then they go to the forest and start searching for him by calling his name. But they do not get any response. Then they form groups of 2 people each and start looking for him. Vika smells something burning nearby and, after going a little further, she and Alexei find a stuffed toy. They also see a naked woman there who faints seeing them. Now they start transporting the women back to their vehicle and Christina is recording all this. She tells that the woman is in shock and is not in a position to tell anything. She has no visible injuries or wounds of any kind, and they were unable to locate her clothes anywhere in the area. Then all of a sudden, Christina slips and falls and she hears a strange sound from the forest, which frightens her a lot. Some distance away the woman starts choking and Andrei sees that something is stuck inside her mouth. When Andrei puts his hand in her mouth, she bites him, but Andrei somehow takes out his hand and pulls out a strange thing, after which the woman is able to breathe properly. Now Vika is bandaging Andrei's hand when they hear a creepy scream from inside the woods. They all start going in that direction and after going a little further, they hear that voice again. They think it could be Nikita and follows that voice. They reach a tree and think that perhaps the trees are creaking in the wind. But then Vika notices a frog-like mark on a tree. Ilya tells them that in the old days villagers used to make such symbols on old tree trunks to mark the way to a sacred place. But this symbol indicates an evil place. This looks like some type of evil spirit and it has deformed or crippled legs. He says that this is not a good sign, so they should leave immediately. Then they leave the place and reach their vehicle. Christina asks them what they're gonna do about the kids, to which Andrei says that they always rescue the first one they find. Now they set out to take her to the nearby hospital, but after going a little further, their vehicle gets stuck in the mud. After a lot of effort, they manage to take out the vehicle and continue the journey, but after going a little further, the road is blocked by bushes. Andrei and Ilya try to cut the bushes with a chainsaw, but it doesn't start. Here that woman regains consciousness and Victoria asks her name by telling her name. She says that her name is Zoya and no one is allowed to leave this place. The lame witch will lead them around in circles. Then she tells them that a long time ago before the war, a woman named Sophia choked her husband to death. The villagers got very angry with her and they beat her and broke both her legs with a metal rod. They stripped her and rode her out in a wagon and threw her naked into a dark pit. Then all of a sudden the lights of their van go off and she continues saying they let her drown in that black ooze. It was just before Holy Virgin's Day that evils lived in that dark pit ever since. She kills people by taking off their clothes, so people are afraid to go to the forest. She is taking her revenge on the people and she does not let anyone out of this forest. The story is that a dead woman wanders around at night on her broken legs and kills people and takes their clothes. She tells them that the Lame Widow from Raw Earth will get her revenge and she won't allow anyone to leave this forest alive. Alexei doesn't believe all this, but Victoria and Krishna get scared. Then Andrei and Ilya tell that they cannot go through this road, so they have to take an alternate route. Victoria is afraid that they might go astray, but Andrei says that it will not happen. Then while going on that road, they feel that they have come wrong. They all start looking for the right path and Christina records in the camera that it's less than an hour before October the 14th. In folklore, that day is also known as Holy Virgin's Day. It is said that this night is the scariest of the year. It's the last chance for evil spirits to commit horrors before they hibernate until spring. On the other hand, Alexei and Victoria see a haystack that looks quite weird. Victoria senses something strange there, but then Andre says he has found the right road. Now while going down that road, they reach the same mud where their van was stuck, but they ignore it and leave from there. Andre is driving the van very fast and everyone tells him to slow down, but he does not listen to them and collides with a haystack. Now as they open the door, their dog Yukon runs into the jungle. Alexei thinks he may have found Nikita, so he and Ilya follow him into the woods. Christina also starts going after them, but Andre asks her to stop to help him. But she still reaches them hiding from him. Andre on the other hand is fixing the van when he sees Christina's legs and asks her to give her the wrench. Victoria gives him the wrench and says that Christina had gone after those people some time ago. Andre is shocked to hear this and wonders whose legs he had seen. Then he is trying to start the van when he sees Yukon in front of him. He gets down and calls him, but he goes back and disappears in the dark, and Andre also starts following him. Then there is a call from the headquarters asking them their coordinates so that the second team can reach them. We see Zoe behind her, who tells her that they should have left her there. They don't know what they have done. Just then Andre brings Yukon along and gets in the van. Seeing them, Zoe starts reciting a spell because both of them were possessed. Suddenly Victoria sees that Zoe is out of the van, and when she tries to come out, Andrew drives away, causing the door get shut. Here Alexei and Ilya hear Yukon's voice from inside a burrow. So Alexei goes inside to check him. He finds a phone inside the pit, and Nikita's body is also shown buried in the mud, but he is unable to see it and comes back. On the other hand, Victoria asks Andre to stop the van. But when he does not stop, she jumps out and the van falls into the water, and the emergency alarm goes off. Hearing the sound of sirens, everyone starts coming back, and Victoria feels that Andre has drowned in the water. But then she sees Andre coming out of the water and she starts following him. Here, when everyone else reaches the van, they find Andrew's body in the water. Then Christina hears some strange sounds, so they all start going towards that side. Victoria follows Andre to an abandoned house, and inside she sees Andre standing facing the wall. She calls him, but he does not answer her, and he is doing exactly the same movement as Victoria. Then when Victoria turns him, he does not have any face, and she faints in fear. On the other hand, Christina finds Zoya and she asks him about Victoria. Here Victoria regains consciousness and starts searching the house. She sees witchcraft items and haystacks there and finds a photo of Zoya with her husband. She also finds some newspaper clippings which contain articles about Zoya's husband's murder. Seeing all this, Victoria understands that Zoya is the lame witch. She tries to tell all this to Ilya, but there is noise coming from the other side, due to which he is unable to hear anything. Here Ilya is asking Zoya about Victoria, but she doesn't say anything. Just then, when Christina finds Victoria's location, Alexei and Ilya go to find her and forcibly leave Christina with Zoya. They find Victoria there and they bring her back with them and find Zoya lying unconscious. Victoria tells them everything and says that Zoya is the lame witch, whom only Christina believes. Then Alexei and Ilya go somewhere, and then suddenly Zoya disappears from there. Victoria takes the gun and goes to find her and sees that Zoya is sitting at a place doing some magic spell. She goes to her and asks her what she did to Andre, to which Zoya says that the lame widow is here and she will not let her go. She demands human sacrifice, but she is never satisfied. She has been saving people's souls from her, but now she is all used up. So now it's her turn. She gets who she wants and she wants her now. She tells her to protect everyone, and saying this, she shoots herself with Victoria's gun. Hearing the sound of bullets, Christina comes there and thinks that Victoria has killed her. She also tells this to Ilya and Alexei when they arrive and starts recording everything. Seeing this, Victoria gets angry and she starts fighting with Christina. So Ilya ties their hands. Victoria tries to convince them that she has not killed Zoya, and she asks them to check the video. But when they try to watch the video, the file gets corrupted. To check the tablet, Alexei removes the card of the phone he found in the pit. In it, they find a video of Nikita in which he recorded Zoya, who was performing a ritual by being naked. They see her flying, and Nikita's brother Shura ran away in fear, but Nikita was killed by someone. Seeing this, they believe in Victoria's words, and after hearing the message of the arrival of the rescue team, they leave to go to them. While walking, they see a sign on the same tree and they understand that they are going in a circle only. Then the witch's voice comes and she kills Alexei. Seeing this, everyone else runs away and reaches a place. Victoria tells that this is the place where Widow was buried. Then suddenly Ilya gets possessed and starts digging into the ground, and then the witch pulls him inside the ground. Victoria and Christina start running from there. But then the voice of the witch comes and she starts dragging Victoria. She cuts the rope to save Christina and Widow takes Victoria away. Now Christina is looking for a way out when she sees Victoria on the way. When she turns her, she sees her own face in it and water coming out of her mouth. The screen goes blank and then we see her with the rescue team. And here in the woods, Victoria is shown doing rituals in that abandoned house. Please like and subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon never to miss new video updates. Thanks for watching.